Yo, what it do? What it
What
do?
up,
What it
bro?
do? Big homie, what's goody, bruh?
What's good, bro? What's good, man?
Oh man, ain't nothing going on, man. We back, episode 6, Leather Helmets podcast. You got the boy Jim with the homie AC.
Uh,
Hey man, I see you got the tag up there, man. Salute. Happy Veterans Day. Happy
yeah,
Veterans Day to all the, you
uh,
know, all the guys that, all the guys and gals that keep us safe and keep us able to do and live how we want to live. So shout out to them and shout out to you, like I said, for sure, bro.
you too, bro. Appreciate it, man.
And on that note, you know cups up in the air, brother.
Uh,
So you had showed me when we got into the pre-pro. What you sipping on, bro?
oh man, this little I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Biscuits and
biscuit
Dubaché
and Dubaché,
or Dubois.
early birthday gift from the wife, man. Shout out to the wife for that. Man.
So you got birthday coming up, man. What's that date, man?
Yeah, the 18th, man. I'll be 34, man.
Oh, bro, that's next show date. Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah,
might have to do a little celebration. You know what I
you
mean?
know.
So, what's good, Drex, man? Welcome to the show. My brother always there to support us, man. I appreciate you sliding through. Um, but we got a pretty good show lined up tonight. We do have a special guest on tap.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything, I do want to get into I talked about it last week, man. My good friend and his clothing company, Love at War. You can find him at Love at War _ BHS. You see the IG tag there. What I want to do is I want to introduce a giveaway. The goal is to get an additional 100 followers. God damn. Hang on 1 second, guys. My wife in the background, There we go. An additional 100 followers, sorry. To the Instagram account, and then what we would do is we're going to give away a hoodie to a random follower for showing support, for being part of this movement, growing this brand. We do want to give away. We want to show people that this is a brand that's going to last. So check it out. As you see there at Love at War _ BHS. Check it out. You'll see what he got going on. High quality comfort wear. You know what I'm saying? But again, comfort wear doesn't mean that you only wear it around lounging around in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like to throw on a nice little sweatsuit, nice little hoodie, and I'm fresh in it too, So I'm sure a lot of the fellas, ladies, they like to do the same, bro. So check it out, man.
Yeah, I already hit that follow button. So hey, y'all go follow suit, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. Follow, like, share, all the good stuff. And the same thing with us, man. You see at L Helmets right there on Twitter. Follow. You can catch us on YouTube at Leather Helmets. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, man. This thing
Yeah.
it's not stopping, man. We're gonna keep it going. But here we are, man. Episode 16. I'm sick of y'all, man. I really am. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get into that, bro. We'll get into that. But it's the very first night. Some people saw it yesterday. Some people saw it today. Wakanda Forever drop, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace. Um, I'm not really gonna get into it because I don't want to spoil anything. I don't even know if you've seen it yet.
No, I ain't seen it yet. We actually going in the morning to see it, but I'm gonna have to drop the fit in it. Man, I'm going all out for my boy Chadwick, man. He from he from South, he from South Carolina.
Absolutely.
What I'm saying? He a hometown kid, so I gotta show love to the hometown kid, man. Rest in peace. So I'm going all out for the boy.
I definitely need them photos. So yeah, post them joints for sure. All I'm gonna say is, man, shout out to Ryan Coogler, shout out to that team over there, shout out to Marvel, you know what I'm saying, and the Chadwick Boseman legacy lives on. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna put out there. Mad respect. And it was just done right. You know what I mean? It was a lot of people talking about boycott and a lot of people talking about the movie shouldn't have happened. They should have replaced the Black Panther. Nah, T'Challa's the Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. So, you know, shout out to them. They did a phenomenal job. I didn't think they could exceed the first movie, but bruh, yo.
Don't even talk about it, man. I'm going to see
like
it in the
like
morning.
I said, it's not really much to talk about. It's really just a phenomenal movie. It's a phenomenal, not even like a phenomenal Marvel movie or a superhero movie. Just a phenomenal movie, top to bottom. Like I felt like I was watching like a, you know, I didn't even think about it being like a Marvel movie or a comic book movie. It was just a great movie. So, you know, shout out to them. Shout out to that team. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman and Lupita. Take a second here. Think. Let me take a sip of this.
Take a sip of this.
Oof. Bruh. Yeah. Great movie, man. You know what time it is, man. That Hard Knocks is back.
Yeah.
Yo, I am a fiend for the locker room atmosphere, for what Hard Knocks gives us. I don't care about the team. I don't care what's going on. You know, the nuts and bolts of the NFL is where I like to live at.
Yeah.
And Hard Knocks is kind of like the drug of choice when it comes to that, man. It came back strong. Got the Cardinals on there this time, man. What do you think, man? Well, like it was a lot.
It was definitely a lot, man. But you know, the first thing that stuck out to me was like they started off on the episode after we just beat them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you know, they got turmoil. They you know what I'm saying? Like they film studying junk is all about losing to us.
Yeah.
So you know, it had me tuned in to junk. And then like another thing was like D-Hop going at, you know what I'm saying, Kyler on the sideline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so hey, it's a little some animosity against their quarterback right now, man. He's not playing well. So,
and you think about everything that, you know, transpired in the offseason as far as like, you know, Kyler Murray and, you know, playing Call of Duty versus watching film, and, you know, the 200 million and the stipulation within the contract and stuff like that. And it's just like, yo, like, I just think about it from like, when I get up to go to work, only thing I gotta worry about is going to work and doing my goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying, getting up to go to work. I check Twitter and they talking about, oh man, this guy's a terrible manager, man. His employees don't like him, man. You know what I'm saying? I got what, 47 employees. I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying, having to deal with those 47 people and the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, shout out to the NFL guys. But it's what you sign up for. You know what I mean? You guys are high level athletes. You get paid to deal with that too. But still, like, that type of pressure, you know, people telling you how to do your job. You got us. We on here talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we at the basement level of it. But it's just like it's a lot of pressure. And again, you get that check. It kind of come with that, man.
Especially being, for one, being black, and two, being a black quarterback. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have the least amount of leash in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can't fuck up. Like, case in point, they saying like he's playing Call of Duty and not studying, and they trying to put stuff in his contract where you got to spend a certain amount of hours to study film. Man, you're not hearing none of that about these white quarterbacks out here struggling and stuff. Like, you know,
like Baker Mayfield got pass after pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got guys that are just passed around the NFL. You know, I even think about it at the coaching level. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about Jeff Saturday. Buddy coming in there just taking a spot. But also on that point, I mean, I don't really hate on that, because usually it's the black coach that comes in as the interim, you know, meat shield to get surpassed for whoever the white guy is in the offseason to actually get the job. So
man. I mean, I get that, but they usually be on the staff, and usually they hire within. This guy was on ESPN 2 days ago.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Sitting in the booth, and they hired him, no coaching experience. And
Zero.
I was what was I watching? Was I watching Skip? I would think I was watching Skip and Shannon joint. And it was like Shannon was like Jeff Saturday said when they asked him to take the job, it was like, why am I a candidate for this? Even he knows he's not even worthy of having no head coaching job. Like, man, I don't know, man. Like,
it's definitely a lot to digest when it comes to the NFL and that whole Rooney thing. But I look at Hard Knocks too, and I'm not really like a fan of Arizona's coach. I feel like he kind of failed his way up in so many ways at Texas Tech, and then over here at Arizona. Like, why did you get the job? You know what I'm saying? Why? And again, y'all made the playoffs last year, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not really sold on him.
It's because of his offense, and he's supposed to be like a quarterback whisperer, and like they was going in they were going to have a number 1 pick, so
right.
You know what I'm saying, like, so and they was going to take Kyler off rip, so he's more of a read option spread quarterback, so that was like supposed to be a match made in heaven, but everybody not made for the NFL. Like, college and NFL is totally different, like, what I'm saying, so. Like, it's like a major adjustment. Like, even Nick Saban, he was trash in the NFL, like the greatest college coach of all time. But
so we got our first. We like to interact with the chat. Shout out to Messi. Shout out to Rich in the chat. The homie Dro just swung by. The one thing that I see here, Trav kind of echoes that. That contract piece is he even in the first episode, he's like, oh, he was open. Oh, I missed that guy. It was like 4 different instances where you missed the guy that was open. Like, what's your progression looking like, bro?
Well, he also 5'7", so
that's the fuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's also 5'7", so yeah.
Shout out to Joe, man. I appreciate it. I'm sure AC appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man.
I'm representing the nigga cat.
Nah, I got the
so
100%. Man.
And again, both of these guys agree about Irsay and those coats over there. But overall, the show with the first episode was just more so kind of like, if you watch this, the difference between this version of Hard Knocks midseason is we've seen a lot of this stuff transpire already. So like we know where Arizona is at a franchise. Just last week, the whole situation with the D-Hop and what's the name on the sideline. So like we get to see the behind the scenes of the chaos and what's going on over there. And it really it's literally what we see and what we think is going on. It's a great start to the season. I really want to see, them turning around because that division is kind of up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? Seattle's probably, in the driver's seat. I don't know if you think so.
I feel like Seattle's playing the best, man. Like, Carr's trash. Rams are having the Super Bowl hangover.
Facts.
And then, that other team. I don't even know if I should even, mention them. So, but, it's definitely like a surprise, like that Seattle's playing so well.
Very, very, very.
I think San Fran can sneak up. I don't know if they can win enough to win the division though. But Seattle's up and down, so I don't know.
Yeah, this week they got a big test. I don't even know if it's a big test, but I guess you can't really count out the Buccaneers, you know what I'm saying? And the Buccaneers are the favorites, and it looks like it's a overseas. It's a Germany game, right?
I think it's
the Germany one.
Yeah.
And so it's overseas, but I don't know. I think it's in Germany for this one. Or is it the Mexico game? What is the Mexico game? That's a night game usually.
Now then, Munich, wherever the hell that is. Where's that at?
That's Germany. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I got Tampa in that game just based on the defense, and I don't know.
Seattle's defense is pretty elite on the outside with the cornerback play. Has been top tier with the two big cornerbacks. Was it Woolen and the other
Michael Jackson? He's not a rookie. He's not a rookie. He's
younger.
Yeah. He's from Miami. Yeah,
Yeah, so those guys are playing good. What's good, JB, man? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you swinging through, hollering at us.
Yeah, what up, little bro?
But yeah, that's all I really got. You got anything else on Hard Knocks?
Nah, just what I'm saying, it was just a refreshing to see that, what I'm saying, my Vikings are, what got them turmoiled up right now.
Yeah, got the whole organization under. Let's talk about your Vikings for a little bit. Man, y'all having a great year, man. You got one loss.
I wouldn't say we're having a great year. And the only reason why I say that is because we're not dominating teams. Yes, we're winning the close games that we lost last year. Like we had a lot of one-score L's last year, and we're actually winning those this year. But we haven't had one game other than week 1 versus the Packers where we've dominated or played well on all 3 phases. And, and that's offense, defense, special teams. So I'm still waiting on us to put it all together. But I'll take those W's any day of the week.
I mean, I'm sorry, y'all got 2 losses now, but y'all
had
no.
Oh
no, y'all pulled that out against them Commanders, but y'all did lose. Who y'all lose to?
We lost to the Eagles.
Y'all lost to the Eagles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry. Your boys coming up. They gonna get that L. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Diggs Jefferson matchup. That's what I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? So, speaking on the NFL, we're gonna stay there. I want to introduce this segment, man. We always talking sports betting. I got the DraftKings. We got the fantasy league. I bet every week. I do okay. And I got a lot of friends that bet. So I want to introduce a segment where weekly, we put out maybe a prop that we really like, or a game that we really like, and see if we can help some people make some extra bucks on the side. And again, what you do with your money is on you. I don't want to hear. I was listening to the Leather Helmets podcast, and I went bankrupt with their picks. What's the disclaimer? We are not responsible for what you do with this information. You know what I'm saying?
Put that in a little small fine print.
Fine print. You know what I mean? Do not sell your house off these picks. You know what I'm saying? You don't put your house on these picks, bro.
I'm definitely down for that, man.
But yeah, so I think it'd be something fun to do. And one of the games that I did like, that kind of stood out to me was your Minnesota Vikings
and the Bills,
minus 3.5 dog to these Bills, man.
Man, I don't care if Josh Allen playing or not, man. Take those points, man.
You got to. I think you got to take the points just for the simple fact that Josh Allen isn't himself. You like, for as well as everybody likes to highlight the offense and Kirk Cousins, and number one, it's not a primetime game, so you gotta like Cousins there. You know what I'm saying? Number two, like, the defense is playing so much better than people are giving them credit for. You know what I mean? Danielle Hunter is playing, at a X factor level, as we like to say in Madden.
Sage Smith, man, that's a crazy duo over there.
And what's the young corner? Evans? Is Evans the young corner on opposite of?
He actually wasn't starting.
I know.
Dancer was starting till he got hurt. He got hurt last game, and then Evans came in and was locked down.
Plus, he plays playing well in the slot. Every time you turn, like, I always notice when I'm watching a game, it's like certain players that are just always around the ball, always around the tackle, Powell. You know what I'm saying? And it was just Evans. Like, he don't have a problem sticking it. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I watch a lot of Cowboys footage, and you see a guy like what's his name? Javon Curse. You know what I mean? Or safety, like flying up.
Viking.
Yeah, flying up. Like he's like having like a fourth linebacker, because we run a 4-3 most of the time, and he's always around the ball. He's making tackles. He's like, again, like, you notice guys like that all the time. Yeah. Tyrann Mathieu is a guy that you see a lot all around the ball, and Harrison Smith is another guy who's always around the ball as a veteran player. So that was good to see.
And speaking of Curse, though, man, I feel like we gave up on him too quickly, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, way too quickly. But we had drafted him and drunk out of Auburn. But yeah, man, y'all done turned him up, man, for real.
So This is something that I've been seeing around here a lot, man. The comp is down this year.
Yeah, you're right, because the Eagles undefeated. So
I don't think so, though. I just think it's more parity. I just think it's more parity in the league. You don't have the Aaron Rodgers and the Brady's dominating like they normally do. You know what I'm saying? Because they're on the tail end of their career, and you got a lot of these young competitors trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it as down. I see it more like a transition.
Yeah. I say the same, because like you got 1, 2, 3, like 4. Only like a handful of teams have at least 6 wins. Like that means is the comp is actually like even kill. Like, you know what I'm saying? No teams are really dominating. Even the Eagles are undefeated. They're not really dominating teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we 7-1. We're not dominating teams. Like, we're coming away with wins, but they're not dominating team. Like, they struggle against the Texans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Texans could have won that game. So I don't know. I feel like competition is level, because in prior seasons you knew the Bucks were going to be one of the best teams. Like, they were going to dominate. You knew the Chiefs were going to dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of teams who you like. Even the Bengals last year, they was in the Super Bowl. And now this year they 5-4. Like, you know what I mean?
See, my thing is, like, at this point in the year, I don't know who's going to be in the Super Bowl. Usually you're like, oh, it's Tampa and Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Or you kind of got an idea who's going to be in the mix at the end. Now, I can say, like, normal, it's the same thing with college football, and same thing with college basketball. Like, even though with college basketball you got 65 teams in the playoff, and you might have those early upsets, but by the end of it, you got the 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2. Yeah. Same thing with college. You got Alabama versus whoever by the end of it all. Not this year, though. I don't think they do.
No, they ain't getting in this year.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it could still happen where the cream rises to the top and Miami doesn't, make any noise in the playoffs like they have been making in the regular season. You might see a Kansas City versus Buffalo in an AFC Championship type of thing. But I don't feel like that's going to happen this year, because anybody on any given Sunday or Thursday can walk away with a victory. The Eagles, a lot of the Eagles fans are very skeptical because they've been winning every single one of their games, but I do think defense travels. So, regardless of how well the offense is playing, we might not be able to sustain that, but defense travels. That's why I'm excited about my Cowboys, because we actually are playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, defense travels. So, and that's what you need in the playoffs. So back to my locks for the week. I got 2 for you guys. You can decide to take it or leave it, you know what I'm saying? But my lock for the week is the Saints. They're a 2-point favorite over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think you got to go ahead and lock that in. And also like the Dolphins as a 3.5-point favorite over the Browns this week. So those are my 2 guarantees. Lock them in. And
guarantee. I would say New York, those Giants over Houston.
4.5. The Giants are giving 4.5 points.
Yeah. I take the 4.5, and probably I want to say Tennessee. I want to say Tennessee over Denver.
That's an interesting one, because the way Tennessee played against those Chiefs, they should handle Denver. They should. But you saw how Malik was looking like a deer in headlights back there, and you can't run 4 verts every play. Like, the offensive coordinator got to give me some variety.
Man, that was the worst place he could have went. Man, they're not a team that develop a quarterback, especially not one with his skill set. When the only thing you do is hand off the ball to Henry all game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Colts over Raiders, man. Both of them trash. So I wouldn't even take that game, man.
It's strange to see the Raiders getting 4.5. So that might not be. That's a lot of points for a Raiders team. I know the coach stink. They just got Jeff Saturday in there, So it's a game I wouldn't even put. I wouldn't touch with a 10.
That's what I said. I would.
But it's strange that Vegas is giving them that much points. Eagles are giving 11 over the Commanders, which I can see, which is possible. You know, if that was sitting at 14 or something like that, or 14 and a half, I'd be Commanders all day.
I think 11 is too much myself, man. That's a division game. You know what I'm saying? Man.
Yeah, it's another game. You just don't touch that game. Just stay away from it. San Francisco.
It is Philly though, so maybe I don't know.
San Francisco getting 7 points over the Chargers. Again, a game you just can't touch. Vegas is telling you don't touch these games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so every week we'll come in, we'll give you our 2 locks. You know, do with those as you please. You know, I can't, you know, confirm or deny that you will lose money taking these picks, you know. So stay away from it. Yeah, so next portion of the show, man. We're in the playoffs over here in Leather Helmets, man. Yeah. Well, I'm not in the playoffs. I'm saying like the league is in the playoffs.
I'm not in either, you know what I'm saying?
So season recap, man. Like how'd your season go?
My season, man, started off tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ended well. I think I won like 4-5 straight, you know what I'm saying? I beat some, you know what I'm saying, some heavy comp at the end.
Knocked me off.
Yeah, I beat you. I beat your division 3-1. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only game I lost was to the Commanders, which I blew the game. I had a big lead in that game, and I blew that game. So, and you know, I beat Cincinnati in the season, beat Pittsburgh, Arizona. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, finished 9-8, man. What about you? How did your season go?
It was one of those seasons where, like last year, I won all the tough games. You know what I'm saying? I battled out the last minute victories. This year, I lost all those games that were close. I lost those games this year. You know, so only game that I got walked in was them Commanders, man. Like that first, because you know I beat the dog crap out of them both times last year.
Yeah,
and when I tell you he had me boxed up that first game we played, like I literally went in the chat like, yo, good. I DM'd him like, oh, good game, man. Like you completely and utterly like destroyed me. And he said in his very next message was, yo, the way you beat me last year, he came in with a whole different energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, what I mean, I was walking into a buzzsaw anyway. You know what I'm saying? So. It was definitely a tough year for me. And you know how like at the beginning of the last season we gave our like division predictions, and I told you in our division we're never going to
win it. Yeah, someone's gonna win it every year, like somebody different. Yeah.
Year one I won it, and I told you where I was going to finish. I said, man, I'm gonna mess around and finish last place in the division. I finished last place in the division this year. A whole different person won the division. So again, I feel like the same thing's going to happen. We got a new Giants user, unfortunately. No real reason to get into what happened there. You know, Quasi is the Giants owner. Another great competitor. Salute to Quasi. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he's going to step right in and compete right away, I believe. He did play his first playoff game and got, you know, beat by Undisputed, but it's no shocker that Undisputed beat somebody.
Mike Evans.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you still doing single covering them?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't understand that one, but hey.
You know, I'm watching that game and you just don't know, bro. Looking at the standings, I did not finish last place. Them stinky Eagles finished last place because I tied with Boz chasing my Dave game. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them stinky Eagles over there in Guns. You know, that's somebody I put the pause on this year. You know what I'm saying? So looking at the NFC, you had JaVale go 16-1 this season. Seattle finished.
Man.
Yeah, I mean at 16-1, you got to go. Seattle finished 14-3 to come in second. Then you got Detroit 13-4, Giants 13-4, Tampa 13-4, Green Bay 12-5, Washington 12-5, and that rounds out the playoffs for the NFC. Outside looking in, Carolina finished at 10-7, then you at 9-8. So pretty competitive NFC over here. Over in the AFC, you had Messi and his Chiefs 13-4, reigning Super Bowl champion Roger and his Bengals 12-5. Not Roger, sorry, Greg. I just saw Roger join the chat. What's good, Roger?
You're just gonna skip over.
Yeah. JB and those Buffalo Bills at 10-7. Big Bird and them Jacksonville Jaguars 9-8. Smitty, a 12-5 team, came at the 5th seed because obviously he didn't win his division. And Baltimore at 11-6, same division at the 6th seed. And Rich rounds out the playoffs 10-7 for the 7th seed. Got in just over the Denver Broncos, finishing at 10-7 as well. But they had common opponents. Yeah. Richie had a better record there, so that rounds out the playoffs. Lot of games.
Crazy is, what's crazy is they did have common opponents, but Broncos finished 5-1 in his division, and Jets finished 3-3, and the Jets made it in over.
I thought it was division first, but I thought
Madden, it was too.
Madden does what it wants when it comes to anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Madden, man.
Speaking of the Chiefs, man, I helped him get that 1 seed because I beat Greg the last game of the season. That helped him get the 1 seed.
Yes, sir. Man. He always getting help, man. He's just a bum. You know what I'm saying? So, Jets beat the Broncos head to head. So that negates anything.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, it goes head to head first, no matter what. So I didn't know they played. But a lot of games have happened. We're waiting on one game holding the league up. I'm going to try to get up in the morning. I'm going to try to get up in the morning and call that game, but I'm also trying to get some sleep. So who knows what's going to happen there, guys? To keep a close eye on the chat and whether or not I'm going to call that game or not. If I call the game, it's going to put a lot of pressure on that boy, Jabriel. Jabriel. You know what I'm saying? It's going to put a lot of pressure on that guy to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy Lou over there. Lou looking like he back. Some big upsets, man. So we talked about the season. The season was pretty kind of. It was some ups and downs throughout the season. A lot of chaos. You embroiled in some controversy as always. You know what I'm saying? You don't miss an argument. So, but a lot of sensitive jokers. You know what I'm saying? But. Yeah, I guess the biggest upset of that first round, you see it up on the screen there. Messi already, shouted out the homie. That boy Big Bird.
Bird, man. I was not expecting that, man. Boy, Smitty got chipped.
Smitty thought he was walking into Sesame Street, man. He thought it was Sesame Street over there, and Big Bird said, nah, cuz hold this L. You know what I'm saying? So Smitty talking about hanging the gloves up, man.
Yeah, man. Bird to put the beats on him, man.
I always bring up, you know what I'm saying, the demise of the Sanction boys. He can't take an L, man. He can't take an L, man. I beat him up. He don't want to get in the booth with me no more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You lose the Bird now, you don't want to play no more. What's up with that?
He said I jinxed him. You know what I'm saying? I called that game. That shit was funny as hell. Like
I beat
y'all never y'all never recovered, man. Oh man.
Yeah, but
Station boys never recover, man. Dang.
Never. You know what I'm saying? Big Bird, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bird holding it down. You know what I'm saying? He came out and played this game, he ran that rock, you know what I'm saying? Smitty was sick. He again, the play that he fumbled on, I would have been tight too, you know.
Yeah, but he should have slid though. He's saying it was like 3 or 4, or he should just dove in the end zone. If he'd have dove, it'd have been cool. But it was like 3, 4 niggas ran out of me. He just, man, hell nah. I know when I get down in the red zone, especially if I feel like I'm gonna run with the quarterback, man, I put my shit on conservative,
and I'm holding down RB because I'm not moving with that RB hell. But also, man, Big Trout.
Well, I mean, I expected him to win that game anyway.
Yeah, your boy came in shook. You know what I'm saying? Like
definitely. I don't want to
get too much. He chewed the clock on me. I lost. So again, the excuses rolled out like
regular season champ, man. That's what that is, man.
He rolled out the He wrote out the whole list. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we reviewing the film. We reviewing the film now. And the homie Frost, shout out to him. He gonna watch that. He gonna rewatch the show on the back end. But he's definitely looking into that. You know, we do take all complaints serious. You know what I'm saying? But I want to get my jokes off. You know what I'm saying? We said he was going to lose, and we said he was going to have 101 excuses. You know
of course, man. Like, come on, man. Same shit every season, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? He want to talk about Super Bowls. Can't win one here. You know
I mean, we talking about you embroiled in controversy. This is one of them. You know what I'm saying? You and Roger going back and forth in the chat. He's out of there though. He on the couch with us,
chilling. You know what I'm saying?
So another game, man. You see the boy Drex in there, man. He had a great year, man. Yeah, he developed his quarterback. You know what I mean? Spammed the hell out of DK.
Let me down, man. Let me down, man.
And Cooley got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Cooley is a tough matchup, bro. And he doing it with Tyler Huntley at the gun.
Yeah, man. He traded. Man, send my damn quarterback back, man. He traded. you know, trade Lance.
He sent Lance somewhere where he's not a threat at though. So
don't do my boy fly, man. And he sent him to fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. He sent him to fly, man.
So when I played Cooley, it was like 33 to like 7 or something like that. I went and looked at the roster. I was like, who the hell is Thomas? It was Michael Thomas. You know what I'm saying? And he was cooking me on the outside. That's when I had Joseph on the outside. But then I'm like, yo, I could not get, because I always expect guys to put their best corner on CD.
Yeah.
So I go to my young guy on the other side. But I'm like, who is this star player he got over there? It's Marshawn Lattimore. I'm like, yo, what the?
Hey, when I played him,
all these pieces.
Hey, when I played him, I was like, when I seen Huntley, I was like, Lance hurt or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck you get Michael Thomas and Lattimore and shit? Like,
and then he got OBJ in his slot. Like, what is going on over there, man? Like, yeah, he put together a nice team, man. Yeah. Shout out to him moving on in the playoffs. And then, you know, Undisputed did undisputed things. Got Quasi up out of there. And the last playoff game was Greg moving on against the Jets, who just made some wild throws and some wild plays to throw himself out of that game. So
I ain't get to see that game, but
yeah, it was a good game. I just don't understand like a lot of the throws that, you know, a lot of red zone interceptions that were just like, what? You know what I'm saying? But again,
that's because he need Treylon Burks, man. Come get him.
It's funny because like it's so funny watching the games because you see everything, but when you playing it, it's like, you know, you kind of like get tunnel vision. You know, what you think about Roger, man? Roger in the chat.
What about him?
You know,
what you seen that little skit? It was like he ain't got no motherfucking rings.
Yo, I don't like. I don't. What the lady say on In Living Color? I'm old. You know, I ain't want to gossip. But you know what I mean. Roger said this. You know, feel me?
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, you know, Leather Helmets, we in a wild card. Last game tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I get up in time to make the call or whatever. You know, but we are here. You know what I'm saying? We already talked about the playoffs. And like I said, we do have a guest, bro.
Come on, man. Can you address this real fast? You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Look, do you see that?
I see. I'm gonna put it up. Let me put it up on Summer Jam. I don't see him in the Hall of Champions. Oh,
what's a relevant Super Bowl? I never knew a Super Bowl. Super Bowls were irrelevant, you know.
So I created this Hall of Champions as a way to like keep track of the history of leather helmets. Leather helmets was leather helmets before I created the Hall of Champions, and it was dogs in this league the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we had the Knuckleheads was in there running that meta. You know what I'm saying? It was never easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you beat me in the playoffs, you beat Undisputed, you beat some legit players onto your Super Bowls. I just don't have the like history or the accounting to really like go back and like, okay, this is when you won, this is when this person won. Like even Dre won a Super Bowl. He beat Undisputed in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a valid Super Bowl win. When you beat a guy that magnitude, and Undisputed was undefeated at the time when he beat him. So, you know what I mean? But he doesn't have a banner in the Hall of Champions. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Roger, I know you only been here for about, going on 2 seasons now, but the homie AC is established, bro. I hate to break that to you, man. Like he could be a top 5 pick for the remainder of his time in leather helmets, and he's like Fly is established in the league because he been to a bowl or two, you know what I'm saying? And he's stinky right now. So shout out to that, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in our guest for this week, man.
What's good, fellas?
What's
good?
good?
On, man? Got the homie Bell in the building, Big Bell.
What's good? Happy Veterans Day.
Appreciate you,
it, bro.
Thank you. Yo, man, we had to get you on here, man.
About time.
It was a bit of a heated discussion, man. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. We don't need to be having this. We don't need to be having this conversation via chat. We need to be face to face, But before we get into that, man, you know how we do over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got. You probably got some Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Thailand.
Let me show y'all what I'm on, though. Yeah, I know AC put what he on. I'm on that Crown with the fig apple winter joint.
Okay.
Apple on apple. You know how I'm over here doing it. What you got the you say?
I have some Hennessy White.
Oh shit, boy! Caribbean. You on a cruise recently?
Nah, I just know people.
But yeah, but we got you in the building, man.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions for you, bro.
Go for it. Let's go.
I feel like you finally locked in to leather helmets, man. I feel like you finally a leather helmets guy. What took you so long, man? You kind of dipped your toe in here and there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're finally one of us.
I was in 2 leagues, and I'd always end up you guys being my third. So it's just like the order. The order I came in is the order I'm gonna leave.
Right.
So if you're the last league I joined, I'm not gonna just sit there and just
string us along and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna just dip, and I always left with the team stacked, ready for the next person to try to win something.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be,
I don't know all about that now.
I mean, like he left them boys in good shape last year. I ain't gonna hold you. I do respect that.
I had the Bears. They had Lamar.
Yeah.
3 superstar corners. You were all set. You could do whatever you wanted, play however you wanted. You was chilling. So I rock with other helmets. I like this league a lot.
So yeah, we definitely appreciate having you. You know what I'm saying? And the smoke is always there to be had. You know what I mean? So before I'm gonna drop another question on you. I know AC got one for you.
Yeah.
And it's right here. You know what I mean? The boy JB just brought it up.
Yeah.
You brought that highball cheese into the mix. We was labbing it up in the preseason.
Yeah, we was.
Is that cheese sanction worthy?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah. Well, you gotta look at it. Last Madden, it was the low ball.
True.
This Madden is the high ball because every throw was a low ball throw, so they couldn't intercept it. So this year it's the high ball. So it's like you pick one or the other. People weren't getting yelled at for throwing low balls last year.
Like every year, something on Madden that is the thing to do. Like, was it Madden 20? Was the stretch? The run to the out. It didn't have to be a stretch, just to run to the outside. Any run you take to the outside, you had a fast running back, you probably was out of there.
Yeah, jukebox was crazy. The spin move was crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Joystick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Undisputed had what's the kid name that Ronald Jones with joystick and jukebox.
He always got Ronald Jones.
You know what I'm saying? I played you over in AGS with that running back, and I had the Lions, and you had that nut ass running back for the Vikings.
It was a crackhead, man. It was Barry Sanders.
Like I wanted
I
to
still
kill
got
myself.
clips.
I had all this offense, and I lose on a 99-yard run from the 1 yard line. Come on, man.
Man, it was filthy.
So
I mean, the reason why I did the high ball is because the team I had, you got no speed, and I got a bunch of tall dudes. So I was like, I gotta figure out how to make it shake, and that
yeah, I
was
mean
my way.
you do have the ultimate weapon at the tight end spot though, man. How's it playing with that guy?
When in doubt, I just hold LB and then I press A, and that's it.
Oh,
That's
so
all
he
you gotta
always
do.
A. So he
Oh,
always locked it in.
yeah. That's all
So
I mean. That's it.
I think back to our game, man, and it was a seam route that I was all over. And it kind of was the turning point in the game for me because I was sick to death because it should have been an interception. I was all over the seam, and somehow this guy still caught the ball, man.
Yeah, it don't matter. It don't. You got one guy on him. I don't see anybody. That's it.
He wide open if it's one person. Is
Yeah.
basically what you're saying.
That's it.
I
Because
hear
I
it.
mean, even if it's two people, I'm gonna try to maneuver and try to get in front of them. But that guy's broken.
Yeah.
Broken. It was during the team draft. It was between the Vikings and the Falcons. And I looked at it. I was like, do I want Justin Jefferson or do I want Pitts? And I'm like, it was really hard going back and forth. And I was
damn.
I mean, just check it though, because Pitts is always in a mismatch in most cases.
that's what I looked at. He's a
linebacker.
receiver at tight end. I can't put Jefferson at tight end.
Yeah, I know, but shit, they got goddamn. We got Jefferson, we got Dalvin.
I know, but Pitts is
a
just
nice
the
little
ultimate.
trade piece with Nguak.
Keenan. You know what I'm saying? Keenan, like, damn.
But I could team build, so I wasn't worried about the rest. I was like, I could get another Jefferson through trade. You can't get Pitts.
So while you're on the team building front, man, let's talk about that edge threat cheese that you got going on over there.
Cheese? I don't know if it's cheese because
you gotta understand if you win, it's cheese.
Oh, okay, yeah, then it's cheese. Yeah, I'll take that.
Definitely cheese. And then he tried to get Chase Young, like.
I mean, look at you got both saying Young. You was on the same wave.
But they got terrible abilities. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, see, I ain't got the good abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, it went through the trade committee and passed. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
I gave up what I needed to give up.
You gave up. The trade got approved. It's out of your hands at that point, right?
Yeah. So, because last year, rest in peace, BK. He beat me, and I was looking at it like he throwing these deep passes. I'm like, he got all the time in the world. I gotta fix that, and I'm gonna give him no time. But I mean, now I don't gotta worry about him. But everybody else can worry about my two edge threats.
I can tell you, man. Like, I think the biggest mistake I made was going after too much secondary. When I got rid of my guy Sam Williams and went after Buda Baker, I completely lost my pass rush. Guys had all day on me and I think that was the difference in a lot of those close games. You know what I'm saying? When I get pressure late, I wasn't getting that pressure late. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys had all day back there. Pass rush is still important. It might not have been as OP as it was in the beta, but it's still important, man. Hey, see what you got? What you got for my guy, Vel?
All right, man. First off, I want to say appreciate you for Brian Edwards, man.
Hey, I make fair good deals, yo. See,
I mean, 6'4", 90 was a 91 speed. Like you can't really hate on that.
Hey, dog.
Hey, man, I like asking tough questions. So, who is the worst competition in the league, and who is the best competition that you played?
Right now the worst is definitely the Saints. Like, I feel like I average like 8 interceptions a game off of him.
Damn, fly.
No disrespect. Like, he be starting off good, and then I don't know, he falls asleep at the wheel, and he just start throwing me picks and picks and picks and picks and picks.
Yeah.
And then for the toughest, it's Jason. It's undisputed, man. That
Chandler.
Don't die, bro.
Mr. Chandler.
Oh, man.
Chandler.
And guess what you got to deal with next round, man? Like, your consolation for getting the bye is to play this dog.
I got to play him three times this year. That's too much, man. You know that's too much. Nobody want to play him once a year.
You beat him twice already?
Yeah, but the
yeah.
first game was 1 point and the second game was 5. Those aren't even real
You know, it's
numbers.
hard to beat somebody 3 times.
Let's
I
go.
know,
That game. That's why I need these guys to go ahead and get it advanced because that game needs to be on Leather Helmet's TV.
Yeah.
It's never
But
easy.
you know, you talked about Fly, and every time I've you guys played what 4 times? We've been it's just been 2 years, so you guys have played 4
Yeah.
times. And I think about you know the meme where the guy's like sitting at the desk and he's like disgusted, taking his headphones off. That's me. I'm like, man, I'm turning this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, what
He
are
make
we
it look
doing?
good in the beginning. He got that one scripted series where he just give me like 8 good plays, score his touchdown, and then he said, "My job here is done," and then he just go.
That's
Down
the
the
crazy
cooking
part,
toilet.
man. Fly used to be one of the best users, man. Like
He was solid last year.
Offensively, man, Fly used to have a beast offense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. He must have lost his ebooks or something. But
I mean, his team this year, he got Lance, Kamara, and he got McLaurin. He got Cooper Kupp. So I don't know what's going on with that.
It's
He
just not.
got
It's
the
just not
team.
happening for my boy. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
That's
yeah,
like
I
a
mean,
top 5 offense. You know what I'm saying?
but the thing
Yeah.
about it, again, that first drive, it
Money.
looked like it's gonna be a long day for you.
Yeah.
It's just all downhill after that.
I can play on
You
my
know.
DT and he gonna throw it to me. It's just
So you know, what I mean, this guy right here, and when Bosch was our first guest,
yeah,
basically, and he said it. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about the guy you most like to play and the guy you least like to play, and I think both of you guys said the same user, man. It's just, you know, and I was in, and that's it's funny is like, you know, we did lose a user that I like a lot, you know, in BK. I go to these guys' division because I feel like iron sharpens iron, but you know, I feel like I'm more like plastic because I ain't really getting no better. I'm just taking these L's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always in the division with these guys because I'm not really like, you know what I mean, running from that smoke. But it's like next year, man, like go away. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see undisputed.
you want an AFC South division.
Yeah.
you trying to take his time
or
to AFC.
AFC South. You know what I'm saying? Give me something like that. You know what I mean? Shout out to JB in the chat here, man.
No
We
disrespect.
appreciate you,
Bosh.
Bosh. We definitely
Hey, I
appreciate
got another question, man. You know, you was in the chat talking a lot of junk about, you know what I'm saying, quarterbacks being the most important position.
I
Blah
stand
blah
on
blah.
that.
Yeah, all right. So I got a question. If you were starting a franchise, you know what I'm saying, who would you pick as your number 1 draft pick? Is there any player ever, like
ever.
Oh, that's easy. So I'm gonna start by saying this. So I'm not showing bias. I live Northeast. I live in Massachusetts. So I'm a Patriots fan, right?
So you're gonna pick
Hold on. I wouldn't take Brady. I would take Mahomes. Easy. That's a layup.
Ever
Mahomes.
like
Yes.
Mahomes different.
Yes.
it is different, but ever shit.
Yes.
I like that pick. I didn't
I'm not even
expect
being
that.
biased. I could be
didn't
biased and
expect
say
that.
Brady, but no, Mahomes, because I look at it. If you put Mahomes with Belichick from the beginning, we standing on 10 rings. That's it. Because everybody always talk about Rodgers. Oh, you put him with Belichick, they're gonna win mad rings. Like, look at it. Like Brady has 6. Had 6 with Belichick, but he had to learn how to be like all that because he wanted to be all that. Mahomes wants to be all that, and he got it already.
Yeah, but I coming out of college, if Mahomes would have went to Belichick, he would not be the quarterback he is today. Just because of the scheme. You've never seen Belichick run no up tempo type spread scheme other
Because
than
Belichick,
like a year.
I mean, I hate to cut you off there, but Belichick also has never had a guy like that. He had Brissett. You know what I'm saying?
He knows he's different, though. He knows.
Yeah, I know he's different, but who coming out of Texas Tech, who thought Mahomes would be what he is?
Nobody.
So
except for Andy Reid.
I'm gonna bring this to basketball for like half a second. You could kind of say the same thing about Steph coming out of Davidson. You're like, yeah, he's a good shooter, but a couple years before that,
no.
What?
Did you watch that? Okay, sorry.
Nah, bro.
You can say he's a good shooter, and then you look, but a couple years before that, they took Fredette was a good shooter, so he kind of gave them type of dudes a bad rep. So Steph coming into the league, if he was all that, he would have went top 5. He got past Minnesota twice.
Good.
That's bad drafting.
Good shooter versus elite. Curry has always been an elite shooter. Even at Davidson, bro, he was getting triple team, double and triple team.
Yes, and Mahomes was putting up numbers at Texas Tech, but everyone says Texas Tech, that's just their offense.
So Pete,
so they didn't give him credit. He's the Curry of the NFL.
So we versatile over here in Leather Helms. We could talk it all. You know what I'm saying? That Davidson run for Steph Curry is legendary. You know what I'm saying? If you watch Curry at Davidson, you knew he was a top 5 player.
He didn't go top 5 though.
He didn't go top 5 because the team that had 2 picks made terrible picks.
Shout out David Kahn.
You know what I'm saying? Like Minnesota, like you're Minnesota for that reason.
And they took 2 point guards at that.
You took 2 bad point guards. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Hey man, if you don't want to, if you don't have to agree on that part, but you could at least say they came in and changed everything in their respective leagues. Mahomes and Curry, they changed everything because the way Mahomes plays, like you can't emulate that. Like you got people saying Josh Allen, but it's just like you look at him.
I'm not.
No,
I'm the biggest
non-Josh
Allen fan.
We've seen some of that in Warren Moon, Air McNair. If you actually watch football back then, we've seen a lot of what Mahomes does in those quarterbacks. Now Mahomes is on a different level, of course, because as years progresses, the progression of quarterbacks and players, etc., elevates. But we've seen that type of quarterback already.
Michael
Vick,
say Randy Cunningham. You say Cunningham?
Yo, but though, you gotta think about. We've seen it in the quarterback, but now you see it on the outside as well. We didn't have a Tyreek on the outside with Randall or with McNair, or McNair was throwing to, his tight end, or you know what I'm saying. You had what's the guy in at the wide receiver spot that not like he reminds me a lot of Bowden, over there in ball.
Wycheck, and he had
the wide receiver. I can't think of his name at the moment.
I can't think of his name either.
Yeah.
But again,
but just to bring it back to like what we were talking about, why it would take Mahomes, the league's changed. So like those are the kind of players that you want to have. I'm building a team.
That's why I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
That's what I'm
taking LT.
I'm not mad at that.
Any day of the week.
So if we going back to what I said in the chat, I said the most important positions is QB.
I'm about to get on that. Don't worry, you're not getting
O-line.
off that. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the name, you see the name of the show. I'm sick of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, Draft Guru, why is the QB then O-line the most important positions, regardless of anything?
Because if you look at it, QB is the most important position to me, and then the guy that's protecting the QB is O-line. It's kind of simple. It's a 1-2 thing, and then after that, you want the D-line to get after the QB. So
Mahomes O-line is probably bottom half of the league, bro.
Not now.
Oh, absolutely not.
Nah, not now. They got one of the best centers in the league.
And then what else?
And then they got Joe Tooney at left guard. They got Trey Smith at right guard.
Tooney out of prime, man.
They solid.
Crazy.
They still solid. But you see what they did though. After the Super Bowl they lost, they went and paid everybody. They got everything they needed. So I mean, if the NFL team was doing it, I mean, it got to be something towards my argument where they went and revamped that whole line.
It's not because.
And then the same thing with Burrow last year. They want to revamp this whole O-line.
Why?
You
By getting Leo Collins, who we let walk away?
They got like 3 or 4 people. You know you should have kept Collins.
No, we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Do you see this O-line? Do you see what's still over there doing? You see what the boy Tyler Smith doing?
You guys are good, but I mean, Collins ain't no bum. Collins ain't no bum though.
He not.
But I mean, I'm just going off of what I see. Like even if you look at the NFL, like I said, the Bengals went crazy on O-line. The Chiefs went crazy on O-line. Like that's how you win or lose football games.
So what's your definition of going crazy on O-line? Because the Chiefs didn't take an O-lineman in the first round this year.
The year after they lost the Super Bowl to the
right. They took Creed Humphrey.
And then they got Tooney, and then they ended up getting Trey Smith too at right guard. That was
right. But you take a look at somebody like the Ravens who took the boy Lindenbaum, who I thought we should have took. But I'm happy with the Tyler Smith pick now because I was happy with it when it happened. I just thought he was more of a guard than he was a tackle. But you see Lindenbaum over there in Baltimore, and he's a Pro Bowl center. You know what I'm saying? I think back to our run of Frederick Smith and Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like those runs of
So you
like.
shouldn't agree with me. The O line is
I don't agree with you though, because
So what were you going to take? A corner?
no, you take quarterback is first,
Yeah.
and D line is the next most important thing.
I mean, I said it was third, so I mean, we could have a difference of opinion there. So what were you going to say third? Will you say O line?
I mean, third is your wide receiver.
Oh no. Nah,
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
because I feel like some of your most legendary O linemen are third and fourth round picks.
They can be, yeah, but I mean,
especially
I rather
interior because you don't take an interior. You very rarely see an interior lineman taken in the first round.
No, that's absolutely correct. I'm talking about the bookends, the left tackle,
left tackle and right tackle.
Yeah, I would take those dudes in the first round.
Those are top 10 guys.
Yeah.
You don't really see a Tyler Smith fall to where he fell with us unless it's heavy positional pieces available in the draft like it was this past draft.
Yeah, because this year the QBs were pretty much trash, and you've seen that, but they still ended up with one in the first round with Kenny Pickett.
Like Jordan Davis, what 23rd this year? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, like even like you see the QBs that are taking this year, like Kenny Pickett, we all agree he's like a fourth round pick. He's not that good. He still won in the first round.
And
so
again,
it's like
you proving my point.
Nah,
like,
you gotta take a chance. No,
you don't take.
So
look
at the Cardinals. They took Rosen top 5.
Terrible pick.
And then they went back and they ended up taking and they took Kyler Murray.
And he's looking like pure trash.
Okay, and then you go look at. I'm not saying they have to be good. I'm saying that's what you have to do.
Your first round picks have to be good.
They have to be good.
You just gotta take the chance. If you have 2 firsts, you take 2 QBs. That's what it is.
No, hell no.
Yeah, you gotta take the best QB.
This is not the CW network. Just
you go look
out bad shows.
You go look. What's the what's the other team?
Nah, bro.
You go look at San Francisco. They traded their whole draft to go get Trey Lance. That's what they want. They wanted to get the QB. You can have the whole rest of the team.
And guess what? It backfired on him.
It didn't back. He got hurt. That's not really.
It is because he didn't look great. They went winning games.
They played 2 games. He played 2 games.
And he looked terrible against the Bears.
All right, but he looked.
JaVale,
he played 2 games, bro.
My point is, if I'm sitting there as the Dallas Cowboys, I know I got a lot of needs, and a Dez Bryant is sitting there at 22nd. I'm taking a Dez Bryant at 22nd.
That's cool. And you can have Quincy Carter at QB.
And we make the playoffs with a Quincy Carter. You feel me? Like, because why? I got a Dez Bryant on the outside.
I don't think so.
It happened.
I know it happened, but you're not gonna win though. Like,
it doesn't matter.
That's the point.
Cooper Rush was winning games.
The point
he was winning games, but you don't want him in the playoff game. No, be honest.
The point is, I didn't waste that pick. You can't waste first round picks, is what I'm telling you. And we do a lot of wasting first round picks on the Baker Mayfields, on the Sam Darnolds, on the Kenny Pickett's,
like Jameis Winston's.
But all it takes, you hit.
Hold on. Let's stop. Nah. The MVP got hurt this year. That's the only reason why he's not the MVP this year.
MVP of what?
The NFL. He would have been Jameis Winston this year.
If you go get him off of free agency, you make him MVP since you like him.
He hurt. I'm
talking about in the game. Go get him. That's the only way he win an MVP.
I got LaMontague. There's nothing else matters when you got a LaMontague.
But come on, man.
Get yourself a LaMontague and you're fine.
Zach Wilson, trash.
The jury's still out on
that. Mac Jones, trash.
So hold on.
Mac Jones, big trash.
We gotta give. I would say this, that we don't have enough. These guys don't have enough patience anymore with the QBs. You got to give them time, because I was calling Josh Allen trash his first couple of seasons. Then he got Stephon Diggs. Then he turned the corner.
Hold on.
I was calling him trash.
Is he really that good though?
He's good. He's not. He's not.
I disagree. I'm not a Josh Allen guy, but you know,
I can admit though that he's good. After he put up 49 straight points on my team in the playoffs, and he damn near beat Pat Mahomes, I gotta give him his credit.
Your team stinks. The Patriots stink.
I just seen it up close.
Hey, I got a question though, because how many years do you think a first round quarterback, especially one that's drafted in the first 5
Y'all got
picks,
me in sweating
the first
everything.
10 picks.
Yeah.
How many years do you think they need? They're drafted high because they're supposed to come in immediately and help your friend turn your franchise around.
That's not true.
No, that's definitely true.
No, that's not true because the only QBs to make the playoffs in their rookie year really has been Mac Jones. And did Lamar make it his rookie year?
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah,
bro.
that's it.
No.
Like,
I didn't
He's just
say
going off
I
of
didn't,
history,
I didn't say come in immediately and make the play. I said turn the franchise around. That means drastic improvement. But if you're a first round quarterback and you're constantly picking in the top 10 picks, then
Yeah, all these guys were
You're
picked over
trash.
Lamar.
But no, that's not always true because you gotta look at the situation as well. So like you look at Justin Fields, they're gonna probably pick the top 10 for the next 3 years. But is he trash?
No, they're not going to pick in the top 10 because they finally developed the offense around their quarterback and stopped trying to make their quarterback conform to their offense.
Well, they had a bad head coach. They had Nagy. So like it all matters on your coach.
Terrible.
It does matter. So I can't say that goes all on the rookie QB.
So hold on. Let's go back
I
to
at least
Josh
want
Allen.
to give them their first.
Let's go back to
4
Josh
years.
Allen. Let's go back to Josh Allen because
Yeah.
Dro in here talking about how isn't he good?
Josh Allen's good.
He got overhyped.
He's overrated still.
Yeah, over. I won't say overrated. I say overhyped.
Because the guy makes terrible throws, puts his team in terrible positions, and the defense continuously bails him out. Their front seven is top 5. Their secondary is top 10.
They have like a top 5. I'm not gonna disagree
Top
with that.
5 defense. You know what I'm saying? So he's been afforded this. Unfortunately, Mahomes doesn't have that. Brady didn't. Brady had that. Rodgers now has that. But these guys, again, like they gotta go out there. They gotta go out there and win those games. Where Allen showed me something was last year against them Pats and against the Chiefs in the playoffs, where it was back and forth. When he needed to make a play, he made a play. So he solidified himself in that playoff last year. But again, this year is showing me like, okay, he's banged up a little bit, but again, he continues to make those bad, unexplainable throws and accuracy issues that if it was Lamar Jackson making those throws, it'd be all over the news.
Oh man, I've had this argument so many times, so I'm not gonna.
It's the truth though.
The thing is with Allen, I mean, you could say all this, but at the end of the day, he got a team first in the division. They beat the Chiefs, so they got the leg up.
They're not first in the division. Them Dolphins up there.
Nah, it's the Bills.
Hold on.
Ain't it the Bills?
No, the Bills got 2 losses. I think they first. But with that being said, like their division is not that great.
Okay, yeah, they do have
everybody in the division is over 500.
The Dolphins would be number 1, 2.
What I meant to say is they 0-2 in the division.
That's
lost
fair.
to the Jets, lost to the Dolphins.
They're gonna be 2-0 against us, so probably we at least that's 2 wins there. But I don't think that
Mac Jones stinks.
Again, that's circumstances, bro. Like,
Mac Jones stinks.
If you look at it, he lost his offensive coordinator. They brought in Matt Patricia, who was a defensive coordinator, and then they brought in Joe Judge from the Giants. You see what he did to Daniel Jones to be a quarterback coach.
Zappe hasn't been having issues though.
Zappe's not good.
He's better than Mac Jones.
He's better than Mac Jones.
He's not, man.
Yes,
he is, bro.
He is.
Mac Jones is
come on,
dookie,
don't come into my backyard and tell me how to cut my grass. I watch it all the time, bro.
Listen, I'm in your backyard. I done pitched the tent.
You gotta, but you don't understand. You don't understand, bro. The way they played with Zappe, they protected him. They gave him a little play action. They'll send out 2 routes and block 8. Like that's how they was treating him. Mac Jones, they had him going. They had him doing the 4 verts offense because they wanted to be more explosive. So if they just gave Mac Jones a Zappe offense, he would execute at a higher level. I'm telling you, he's not good.
How is I'm in your backyard and I pitched the tent a pause-worthy moment? I mean, I get it. It's a stretch. Y'all reaching. I get it. Y'all reaching though. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna ride with it, but y'all reaching. I just want to let y'all know.
That's funny. But I mean,
Zappe's better than Mac Jones.
He's not better, man.
Me being in the backyard,
he would have got cooked against the Jets. He would have got cooked. He's not.
Me being
in
the backyard
good,
is questionable. It is questionable. Me being in the backyard.
Who is that? Dro, man, Dro. Well,
it's a lot. It's a lot of letters in that thing too.
He's sick, man. I'm
drinking water.
It's a lot of letters in that statement too. You feel me?
That boy on some drugs right now, man.
Like, dog, go do something, man.
That's funny.
But yeah, Vel, I really feel like you're not respecting the best player available.
Nah. I mean, you got to sell out for a QB. I mean, last year, the Rams gave up 2 firsts, and Jared Goff, they got Stafford won their little chip. The year before that,
Stafford's definitely not the reason why they won.
He's making the throws, man. He's making
Stafford's
the throws.
Definitely not the reason they won. They still got Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
And there's a reason they sold out for him.
They sold out for him because they had Sam Darnold, who they picked 3rd overall. Second.
No, they didn't have Sam Darnold.
They had.
Who was it? What's the other kid name?
They had Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Same. It's the same player.
I don't know, man. I seen Jared Goff in the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Another
Yo,
first
you
round,
see the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Another number 1 overall pick.
Terrible.
Hey, he made it to the bowl, man.
Terrible.
Man, that's because
and then the year before that, the Bucks go get Brady. They win their bowl. They went and got the 6th round GOAT.
No.
I mean, you could go look at them Broncos years before that. They went and got Peyton. He won a ring. Like, it's QB, man.
Peyton was on one leg.
Or at least the first Super Bowl, he got him there. He got them there.
That defense got them there.
The defense got him there because you saw what happened in that bowl.
The first Super Bowl against Seattle. He broke the touchdown record.
What happened in that bowl though?
They lost.
They got smacked.
And then in the Super Bowl, he didn't make some passes to win the game.
No.
He hit them tight ends, bro.
They got
Von Miller won MVP.
They got the brakes beat off of him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. I'm just going for QB, man. That's me. You don't gotta do what I do. You do whatever you want to do. QB is the most important position. Even remember last year? If we were playing Madden last year, I had them Rams. I drafted QB first round. What did I do?
So,
I went and got another one the next year in the first round. It's the most
I do agree a QB is most important. But if I'm the Green Bay Packers and I got an aging Aaron Rodgers, I don't take Jordan Love at the end of the first round.
Yeah, they had the QB. That was dumb.
He just won MVP.
I take the best. My point with you is I take the best available player on the board.
Well, I'm not saying take a QB every year if you got the QB already.
You did say that. Don't you said that.
No. Drafted a quarterback the year before.
I did say that. I did say that.
Okay.
All right. I'm not gonna. I did say that, but the way I look at it, if you have the QB, you don't need to take another QB. That's just stupid. When I'm saying if you don't think you have the QB, I'll fix up what I said. If you don't have the QB and you took one last year, take another one.
You also said take a QB in the same job. You said if you got 2 firsts and you need to take 2 QBs, do it. I mean, how do you know?
That's terrible GM, man.
No, it's not. Look at Washington.
Terrible.
Look at Washington. They took RG3 and they took Kirk Cousins. But in the second round, right?
That was the same year. It was the same year.
It was the same year because he ended up getting hurt and Kirk Cousins ended up taking over. You can look it up.
Kirk stinks though. Kirk
71, man.
Kirk don't stink.
Big chains.
Kirk don't stink.
He has Justin Jefferson.
A lot of people would like to have Kirk as their quarterback right now.
Kirk go chains. Man.
I don't. I take Cooper.
Right.
You're bugging.
I take Cooper over Kirk all day.
Chains,
man. Kirk does it, man.
Take
care
Cooper
of the ball.
I take Big Rush over Kirk any day.
Man.
Yeah, right. He was screaming for Rush to get benched. They last game he played.
No,
it's cool to fall in love with the backup QB. That's what happened with Zappy.
I don't fall in love with the backup. I'm happy that we have a backup. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these teams, you can't put a Cooper Rush in. You know what I'm saying? Because you got Phillip Rivers on the bench or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Guys who are way past their prime. Like to have a Chase Daniels on your bench is a luxury. You know what I'm saying? Like you pay these guys to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the guy saying, hey, when Dak is healthy, it's his job. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy to have a guy that's serviceable in this position. Why? Because we have a defense and we have weapons on the outside.
But you can't tell me that Cooper Rush is better than Kirk Cousins.
He is.
Okay. All right.
Kirk
question.
Stinks.
Next question, please.
Kirk stinks. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I'm glad I got you on here. You know what I'm saying? You was able to plead your point. You know what I'm saying? and it's terrible takes after terrible takes. But we're gonna let you.
That's your opinion.
we gonna give you the floor here. You know what I'm saying, to kind of get your shit off, and you know what I'm saying. This is the JaVale show. We definitely appreciate having you on, man. Anything you gotta say about leather helmets, about Madden, about NFL, about whatever, you know what I'm saying? The floor is yours, my brother.
I like leather helmets. It's a great league. It's a lot of comp. I mean, I know I won a lot of games, but I could easily have went 11-6.
Right.
That's just the way this league is gonna be this year. That's good. I need the bottom to pick it up a little bit. I don't want to see an 0-18 team. That'll be some chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Madden, it's decent this year. I mean, besides the gameplay is fine to me.
I like the gameplay a lot.
The gameplay is fine to me. The only issue, obviously, is all the franchise mode stuff, the draft, the free agency. All that stuff is for the dogs. But, like, the actual gameplay stuff, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
They ain't something that I really, like, people talk about, LB button, whatever. Like, it's not really that big of an issue if you play it right. You know what I mean? Like, there's a counter to everything really pretty much in the game. So I have no issue with the gameplay. I'm really rocking with it right now. Mac Jones is better than Cooper Rush, and that's really all I got left.
So he tried to trigger me, is what he's trying to do. I'm sick of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, really sick of y'all. Zappy's better than Mac Jones.
Oh, Zappy's better than Rush then.
I take that.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? If that's what it takes for Zappy to be better than Mac Jones,
bro. Kyler Murray is taller than Zappy. He be throwing it in the
no,
back.
he's not.
Kyler Murray's 5'7" on stilts, bro.
I'll take Kyler Murray over Zappy.
Kyler Murray 5'7" on stilts, B. So yeah, but JaVale, man, I appreciate you sliding on, man. This one right here ran on a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, again, like, I felt like you disrespect the draft process so much, man. And the thing about it is the NFL GMs do the same damn thing. You know what I'm saying? It drives me crazy. I'm not a professional.
QBs.
Bring these you bringing these Sam Darnolds into camp, and you wind up with a Sam Darnold and a Baker Mayfield on the same roster. That's what happens.
That's what I'll take it.
You will? You'll take the Panthers situation right now?
They stink. They go get Bryce Young. They'll be all right. Keep
That's
drafting till you get it, man.
That's
once you get your franchise QB, you set for 15 years. That's it.
What franchise is set for 15 years with a franchise QB?
He said, what do you mean? If you got the right QB, you don't think the Bengals are set for the next 15 years?
No. Joe Burrow's too injury prone.
Yeah. All right, the Chiefs.
Again, you're going to name the Chiefs. You're going to name the Patriots back in the day.
Yeah. Philip
Rogers, but he stinks now.
Yeah, I mean that's all right, but he had a good 15 years.
Rivers, they
Rivers had they were, but he was solid for 15 years on
Rivers every Sunday you can guarantee Red Zone will have the Chargers driving down the field with 3 minutes left trying to win the game.
I loved it. I loved it every time, bro.
You can guarantee
it's getting dark outside and you see Rivers on your TV. That means you got 30 minutes until the Sunday night game. I loved it, man.
And you knew he was driving down the field trying to tie it up.
Win the game.
Or win the game, yeah.
I mean, I'll take it. You get the right QB, you set 15 years, you go ahead, boom, 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 build the rest of your team.
I guess at this
point, I guess I'm
man,
biased because I see Brady. Obviously, we didn't take him in the first round, but I see what happens when you have the established QB on your team.
But my thing is, like, for somebody like you to have that evidence of, like, you got a 6th round guy.
That was luck.
It's all luck. It's all luck.
All right, you got a better chance with the first rounders.
You don't. You don't. The first round QBs don't have a good history, man. Outside of Peyton Manning, you know what I'm saying? Even freaking Eli Manning
Stafford,
was lucky.
He was first overall, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Eli was he's technically 4th.
It took Stafford
first, but he went
another team to win the Super Bowl because he would taking those lines nowhere.
Yeah, them lines was dead underwater.
That's a team thing.
But yeah, You know, we happy to have you, man. And
It was good times, good times.
you got any last things for this homie, man?
Just trying to win this bowl, man. Get put
16
my
and
name
1,
on
bro.
all.
Like you got to.
Just so much pressure, man.
You got to
Nah,
deal with undisputed next round, man.
Yeah, man. Next time you on the camera, man. Now come on, man. Don't have your feet kicked up, toes all in the camera and shit.
Oh, you had your
man.
toes out on the camera? What's up with
Toes
that,
all
bro?
in the camera.
I didn't even know I was on camera like that.
You had your toes
I
out
didn't know
in
people
pre-pro?
was watching me. Should have said something. You gotta hit me in the Discord like, yo.
You had the
cut your
talons
camera.
out in pre-pro, bro?
I'm out of here.
All right, man. I'm out at you, brother. Yo, the homie Javale swung through, man. Like, I appreciate that, man. He was fire on there, man. We could go at it all. We can go at it all evening, man. Any parting shots you got, brother?
Nah, man. You know, good show, man. Salute, man.
Any predictions on the remainder of this playoffs, man? Who you like to win this bowl?
Win the bowl, man. I don't know, man. I'm thinking the NFC, man. Whoever come out the NFC, that's my prediction.
Bucks, Falcons next round, man. Who you got? Undisputed Bell.
Tough, man. It's tough.
It's a tough. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm gonna try to call it. You know, so I hate calling a game and making a prediction. So I'm gonna stay out of it.
I hate that meeting early, man. I wish they met in the chip, man, the NFC championship game.
They gotta meet first. They gotta meet next round. It'd been nice to see them in the championship game. That's gonna be a good game. You know what I'm saying? Next round, you got Bengals. You got Bengals Chiefs next round. I think you got Bengals Chiefs. Sorry. Grab me.
I don't know. I think.
No. You got.
Man, I think.
Actually, you don't got Bengals Chiefs. You got Bengals. You got Browns. Not Browns. You got Chiefs, Jags, and then you got the winner of this Bills, Ravens, and Bengals. So
easy game for Chiefs, man.
I mean, we said it was an easy game for the homie, you know what I'm saying, for Smithers. You know what I'm saying?
But he ain't got Watson ain't got no abilities. He over there
with basic Watson.
Yeah, Mr. Massage.
Parting shots, man. I do want to shout out to my homie Kavai in the chat, man. That's the owner of Love at War clothing brand, man. Shout out to you, bro, for sliding through, partnering up with us, man. To the moon, as they say over there in the investment world. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the clothing, man. Like, cats love good clothes. And also want to shout out to Leather Helmets. You know what I mean? Regardless of what's going on, regardless of who decides they don't want to be a part of this thing, we still keep it going. We still have fun and enjoy each other, man. And I do appreciate that part of the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because without the users, we don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. And that's all I got, man.
No, man. Jabbing for president, man.
And that's it. We gone.
Yeah.